How's everyone doing in the meantime? Sorry, I had to figure this out. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for everyone for coming out. We know it's like not ideal weather and stuff like that, so just glad that you guys can make it, and hope we can make you laugh tonight. I've been seeing a lot of kind of hot takes recently. Some stuff, like the pandemic was a plandemic. Joe Biden is secretly like a woman, stuff like that, And I was thinking, and I was seeing all these crazy things, and I was like, what is my stance? Because I feel like everyone has to have a hot take. What do I believe in? And I just don't believe in pirates. I just don't think they're real at all. There's too many facts that just don't add up. It doesn't make any sense. First of all, let's talk about pirate attire. I'll be honest, I've never seen anyone wear an eye patch, ever. I've literally never seen an eye patch, period. I don't even know what's the point of an eye patch. Like, if you're blind in one eye, why are you covering it? Like, are you trying to prove something? Well, I'm still blind. I don't understand the pirate flags. Like, there's no way, like, drunk sailors who are shooting cannonballs at whales could sew. Like, there's no fucking way these guys are making, like, skulls and bones on these big-ass flags of the ship. Like, who is on the pirate ship? Betsy Ross? Right? I don't understand. Apparently pirates bury treasure. Really? Really? Do you think someone's like, Captain, we have a chest full of gold coins, amulets, gems. What should we do? I mean, should we spend it? Should we save it? Should we invest it? And the captain was like, nah, go bury that shit over by a tree and then make an X on it after you're done. He's like, sir, it's like 7 billion pre-inflation. Like, we should probably take some. It's like, no. I have a better idea. We're gonna actually have a map, put an X on this island to show where it is, put it into a glass bottle, cork it, and then throw it in the ocean for someone else to find. It's like, sir, I have kids and tuition to pay. I don't understand. I don't think it makes any sense that people would even be joining like pirates. Like, what is that job interview like, Like, they're like, R, like, welcome to our pirate. Like, I wouldn't make it past the R, Like, if anyone ever came out to me and said some like weird shit, some foreign word, like immediately, like, I just do not trust them. Like, if someone came up and was like, Gloop, I'm John, I'd be like, who are you? What do you know? I wouldn't trust it immediately, And like, even if you make it past that, at one point, you're gonna have to show the crew, which is just a bunch of like PTSD, like sea vets or some shit. It's like, this is John. He's missing his legs. He's on like 2 2x4s. Like, you could be him. There's some dude who's smiling. He's just missing all of his teeth because they don't have fruit out there. And then there's also that shit where it's like, where these pirates are, what's like, someone has to ask like, what's the work culture like? And the guy's like, well, like, it's pretty straight. Like, if you fuck up, you just like walk the plank. Like, what does that mean? It's like a diving or some shit? No. You walk the plank. It's like assisted suicide, basically. And you just kill yourself. And they're like, oh, okay. So like, what are the benefits of being a pirate? Like, well, we sing sometimes. And then these people are like weighing the options, like, huh? Like, yeah, I guess I'll be a pirate. Like, I don't believe it, I was watching a nature documentary recently about birds, which is pretty cool. I feel like it'd be cool to be like a bird or have wings. I feel like everyone's like wish they could fly at one point. But then I was thinking about it further, and if like evolution really took us down where we would have wings, we would probably have some other traits that birds have, Like, for instance, like birds, they like regurgitate food into each other's mouths. Like, how much would that suck if you like just finished like soccer practice? And like you came home and you're like, oh mom, like, I'm starving, what's for dinner? And she's like, tilt your head back and open up. Just threw up, like, oh, I hate leftovers. I love being a human because, like, evolution has done pretty good so far. It would suck if like our genetic bloodline got like mixed in with like spiders. Like, every time you shit there was like webbing. Like, oh fuck, I clogged the toilet again. Or like, thank God we didn't like get mixed with like giraffes with like tall ass necks. Like, do you know how hard it would be to put a shirt on if you had like 8-foot necks? Or like what the bed situation would be? It'd just be like 4 twin beds like stacked vertically. I think that'd be horrible. But I'm glad to be a person. I'm really happy to be because it's great to be a person, to speak and talk with people. Although, it's not always easy. That's why I always give money to homeless people. It's actually not the reason why. I actually just hate coins. I do give money to homeless people. Sometimes it's like kind of weird though. Like, I'll have weird interactions. Like, one time I gave a homeless dude like $1, And like, he just said, "That's it?" I was like, this is a really bold strategy to get more money. Like, now you're like making me feel broke. Like, even $1 back, you're right, like, that's all I have. And I was like, I didn't even know what to say. I was so stunned. Like, I was just thinking, like, he must be new to, like, the homeless community. Like, because that's not any of the dialogue options they go over. Like, that's not in the brochure at all. Like, no one tells you to say that. So I didn't even know what to do, so I just gave him another $1, and I was reaching for another $1. I was like, you have a 5 in there? I was like, holy shit, I gotta go. And so that transaction continued. I had to bring a checkbook by the end of the day. I told my friend that, and he's like, that's why I don't give homeless people money. And also, you know, Cooper, that money, they probably just use it to, like, buy drugs. And I was like, yeah, like, that's why I'm giving them money. Like, this dude's living in a cardboard box. Like, a Subway sandwich is not going to change his life. Like, let's be honest here. That's not going to get him through the day. Like, that's horrible. That doesn't even have a door. It's just a box. My friend was like, that's kind of a good point. I was like, hey, you own a house and you buy drugs. Like, you telling me you wouldn't buy drugs either? And also, I like to consider it an investment, you know? Like, I'm giving money to him. He's giving money to the drug dealer. And in a sense, I'm kind of helping fund his daughter's tuition for college, you know? Like, I'm part of kind of an angel investor for this drug dealer. And she goes to Purdue, you know? So, boy.
Buddy, got way too much hand sanitizer here. It's good to see you guys here. I hope there are this many people at my funeral. Thank you. Times are tough. You know, I had a coworker, and he got in a fight with his wife. He got kicked out of the house. So he's living in his car, and he got pulled over by the police. He got busted for a DUI, and he told the cops, I didn't know it was illegal to drive in my own house. Ah, fuck. Let me start over. I didn't know it was illegal to drink in my own house. That's a great joke, I messed it up. That's what I'm saying. Times are tough. Words are tough. Jokes are tough. You know, still wearing masks. And I think the worst thing about the mask is the people who wear the mask under their nose, you know? It's like you're not really fooling anybody, we can still see you, you know? And the way I think of it, it's like if you had your dick just poking out of the waistband of your pants. Anybody been there? Come on.
Yeah.
Thank you. Woo! It's just like, yeah, you're wearing the pants, but you're not letting the pants do their job. And next joke, here we go. So if you guys saw outside, there's a sticker on the sidewalk that reminds you to wash your hands. And my first question is, how dare you? The sidewalk is one of the dirtiest places on earth. I think that is like a terrible place to have the reminder. Like, it's not even close to any bathroom or anything. It's like I walk out of the bathroom and forget to wash my hands, and then like I'm walking down the sidewalk, I'm like, oh. Don't worry, that was my only hand washing joke. But what else? Times are still tough. My friend is getting married in a few months. He did not plan well enough ahead. He planned the wedding a year and a half in advance. Idiot. I'm supposed to be the best man. And I didn't realize that the best man had so many responsibilities for the wedding. Like, I'm supposed to plan and host a bachelor party. And I have done nothing. Like, I don't even know, like, you're supposed to go to like a strip club. Like, that's the typical thing, is to go to a strip club. And like, you're supposed to go to the strip club and be like, all right, so when you're getting married, you give all of this up. But thing is, I never had a chance with anybody here anyway. But, oh man, what else? So, I can't imagine going to a strip club now, you know? It's like the strippers dancing, there's just probably just another guy that's just there to sanitize, you know? Like, they're dancing, he's just here spraying the pole the whole time. Goddamn. Hey, no cash, are you fucking crazy? Jeez, hey, the mask goes over your dick. It was a male strip club. Yeah, other news, my brother just had a baby today. He literally just texted me, it's true. He had a baby today, him and his wife. Born at 7 pounds, 4 days early. I was a terrible baby. I was born 6 weeks early. I missed out on a month and a half of development for my physical being. I just want to know, how the fuck am I alive? 7.5 out of 9, that is 83%. I was born a B- baby. Like, if I know my mom as well as I think I do, I know when I came out, they could have easily just slid me right back in.
Oh my god.
She knows what I'm talking about. Yeah, apparently I learned this. You're not supposed to baby talk babies. I have a question. Who the hell are we supposed to baby talk to then? Any babies in the house? Yeah, but apparently baby talking babies is bad for their speech development, which I guess that makes sense because like I've been baby talking my dog for 6 years. She has not said one thing to me. Anybody else here have dogs? Anybody have a dog? Woo! Do you think your dog knows that when you get a puppy, that puppy is their replacement? That is a weird relationship to have with somebody. Like, it works with dogs. I could not do that with my girlfriend. Like, she comes home, oh, who's this? This is a younger, more attractive girl. I just thought it'd be good for you to have somebody to play with before I get rid of you. All right, thank you, that's all I have.
Woo! This is like when they do the school presentations, like this is Bosnia and Herzegovina. Like, I'm telling you, I feel a certain greatness when I'm with a woman of Asian descent. Woo! There's this certain amazingness, this certain euphoria. It's like your body gets lifted up and just doesn't want to come down. You float everywhere. And this goes all day. This goes all day. The food tastes better. The air smells fresher. Your workouts become better. Everything, it's a greatness. Now I know why John Lennon let the Beatles get all fucked up. The greatest band of all time. The greatest band of all time. He says, do whatever you want. Do whatever you want. Yoko Ono could have booked them for a children's birthday party. And John would have been like, yeah, that's fine. That's good. That's great. And I didn't know before, but now I know. I know the power. It's this, incredible. Just, I get it. I really get it. Man. Oh, man. What a feeling. You know, my dad was with an Asian woman once. Woo! Yeah. And not anymore. That was his first wife. My mom's the third. And my dad, over break, he got a bidet. You know what a bidet is, okay? If you don't, look it up. But yeah, and there was a big family. It was a big deal. It was a big deal for the family. You know, every single one of us, he said, you got to use the bidet. You're using it tonight, Mark. You're using it right now. I didn't use it. I don't want things going up there. I'm just not a fan. You know, my dad says he liked the sensation. I don't want to feel anything go up there. Okay, nothing. My dad's the only one who uses it. But, my brothers, they don't want to use it either. It's funny when you get a bidet in your house, how going to the bathroom just changes. You sit down and you hear the machine. It's a machine, and you hear it as soon as you sit down. It's a it doesn't, if you press it, if you press one button, just one button, there's going to be some flooding going on up there. Severe. So you got to be careful. You gotta be really careful. My brothers are, my one brother really bullies me. He bullies me. He gives me the finger. he pushes me. He hits me. When he gives me the finger, my dad's just like, oh, it's just half the peace sign. Don't worry. Yeah. He's 13 years old. 13. Gosh. Take that abuse from a 13-year-old. It's rough. It's rough out there. It's funny though, my other brother, he's 19 years old. He just got a haircut. He's one of these guys that doesn't like to come out of bed like all day. We know these guys?
Woo!
We got one of the, look at the camera over here. Look at this.
My tripod's broken.
Okay, make sure you get the backside too.
Oh,
what,
yeah.
What did the kids say? The view from the back?
Nice and clean.
Yes. Is that what the kids say? The view from the back? Is that what it is?
I have no idea.
I wouldn't either. I don't. Man, you guys are great. You guys are great people, honestly. You know who else is a great person? My cousin. James, he's a good guy. He is. He does some things that are a little bit on the unique side. Let's not use the word strange. We're not using that word here. This is a college campus, okay? So okay? He likes, he likes to watch, he likes to wear heels.
Woo!
There's nothing wrong with that. I love James. He's a great kid. He likes to wear heels. The only problem is that he likes to go for runs in his heels. See, that's the thing. It's like when you want to wear heels, you go ahead, wear them out and about, wear them, You guys have worn heels, right?
Of course. Yeah.
Yeah. Wear them out and about, have some fun, But then when you want to say, I want to go for a mile run, I want to go for a 2-mile run, it's not the best option. Just a point I wanted to bring up. Yeah, but yeah, no, my family's crazy. I don't know how my mother deals with it. I don't know how. She has this funny thing she does whenever things are like going bad. It's actually kind of interesting. It's this thing she does. She drinks. Yeah. It's interesting, it's an interesting phenomenon, and then, but it's pretty cool. Not cool, no. Drinking is bad. This is a no alcohol zone. Don't do drugs. And then, no, that's bad. But yeah, no, my family, it's pretty crazy. It's interesting. Well, thanks, guys.
Woo!
This is why we need more women in comedy. Just get this microphone height down.
Yeah.
Woo!
That's the only reason.
I know it's my height. 100%.
Alright, that way you can hear my screaming much better. Good morning, New York City! How about it, guys? It is New York City, right? Oh, it's Antarctica? Oh, well, close enough. Yeah, I have kind of a problem with ending up in the wrong spot. Like the other day, I ended up in West Lafayette. Yeah, what a dump. You see, they got these monsters that just show up for like 9 months out of the year, just pillage the place, But they help the economy. Like, sure, this past year, some of them have been like trying to kill people's grandparents or whatever, but they help the economy. So, really, just to say what's more important, your grandparents' life or my need to party, Really, just to say. Yeah, to be quite honest, I don't think I've ever had a semester where I didn't go to the wrong classroom in the first week. I don't know if anyone else has that problem. One semester I managed to go to the wrong classroom 5 times in one single week. You know, after that, I just felt like so special because, you know, it really felt like something only I could do, you know? Not many people can say they've accomplished that. Yeah, and you'd think with all the classrooms being numbered, I might be able to like figure it out eventually, but as an engineering major, you see, I've never learned how to count. I've only ever learned advanced calculus. So really what I'm trying to say is it's not a problem with me, it's a problem with Purdue's curriculum. And some people say I like use that excuse too much, but really, who's counting? Yeah, this semester all my classes are online, yet somehow I still managed to show up to the wrong room. My neighbor did not like that. Yeah, she's all like, "Who are you? What are you doing in my room? How did you get on my computer? Please stop trying on all my clothes," you know, little things like that. And it's like, oh, well, you know, I just guessed your password, but hey, we have the same birthday. And she was all like, did you think the closet was a bathroom? And I was like, well, I guess I just went in the wrong room again. And my professor was all like, Sarah, please put yourself on mute. So rude, so rude. Just the worst. And then later that day, my professor also sent out an email saying like, hey, if you're gonna be using the bathroom in class, at the very least, turn off your camera. And that was just so passive aggressive. I mean, who's hiring these people? But you know, online classes do have some benefits, like my professors mind much less when I make omelets during class. Yeah, in previous semesters, they were all like, Sarah, next time bring it up to share. Sarah, stop peeing in the classroom. Sarah, yes, the desk drawer does count as in the classroom, you know? Yeah, so rude, so rude. Yeah, so it's the beginning of the semester, and I thought it'd be nice if we could all get to know each other, so I'd like to do a little bit of an icebreaker if everyone's all right with that. So, each person could just say their name, major, and you know, what group you'd like to be if you had to be shot out of a cannon. And then travel back in time to end the Civil War, and you know, write the Constitution the way I want it, and then kill Abraham Lincoln and Hitler in the same shot, and get Thanos in the heart this time, and give birth to Shaq, you know? Yeah, so I can go first if everyone's all right with that. Hey, I'm Sarah. I'm majoring in aerospace engineering, aka magic. Yes, wizardry and the card game. And if I had to be any type of fruit, to be shot out of a cannon and travel back in time to end the Civil War, rewrite the Constitution the way Sarah wants it, and shoot Abraham Lincoln and Hitler in the same shot. Get Thanos in the heart this time and give birth to Shaq. I'd be a cherry. But if I was only traveling back 4 years, I think I'd like to be an orange, because I just feel like, as a race, oranges have had such an exciting 4 years, especially like an exciting past month, you know, somehow. So yeah, that's me. Yeah, if everyone could just come up and introduce themselves.
Woo!
Oh, we got the microphone diapers back. Sick. All right, cool. Hey guys, how's the semester going? By round of screams.
Ah!
Yeah, I have a similar feeling like that. You know why? The semester's been really weird, and I have to learn a whole bunch of new things like dating and whatnot. This isn't going to be a dating story, but like with this semester being so weird and learning a whole bunch of new things, it kind of reminds me of freshman year. You know, why is it that when a dog eats a bunch of ice cream that you didn't intend to give the dog and has to lick its nose, it's cute, but when I do it, I'm being disruptive and I have to leave Target before they call the police? Like, I don't understand the rules of society and how it works out, but neither does a good friend of mine. His name is Morgan, and I met Morgan in high school. Morgan introduced me to a whole lot of new things, like talking back to your parents, drinking beers in the shower, And Morgan and I have been through quite a bit of adventure. One of those times was in high school. We had a teacher that I affectionately referred to as Mom, because one time I referred to her as Mom and she didn't stop me. And then it became a joke. And then I couldn't stop. So Mom, who is Miss Selm, was the team leader for a high school project called Business Professionals of America. And we went around the state performing various things, various competitions and whatnot. But we'd go as a group, and our high school would take about 20 people. So this one teacher would take these 20 people throughout the state, and on one of these excursions, we happened to be in Indianapolis. Now, we're high schoolers, we're minors, we can't do anything on our own, and we still have to ask to go to the bathroom ourselves, so we have a curfew. And our curfew is at 7 p.m. We cannot leave the hotel after 7 p.m. So 11 p.m. comes around, and the most rambunctious member of our group, Maya, suggests to everyone in the group chat, let's go to Steak and Shake, 6 blocks away. Miss Selma's asleep, she won't notice. So Morgan and I, who are sharing a room, think, yeah, it's a good idea, let's do that. So we leave and we go to Maya's room, where we see a beautiful sign painted in wonderful crayon with the most inspiring message. Never need lube, hands always sweaty. Maya comes out of her room and explains that the sign was actually written by her roommate. And that didn't explain it at all. But we leave the hotel and we start walking to Steak and Shake at 11 o'clock at night in Indianapolis. Now, from the 3rd floor window of the hotel, Miss Selm sees us leave. But none of us know this until we get a call on Maya's cell phone. Miss Selm gets on the phone and she is pissed. She's wondering, why are you guys leaving? Where are you going? It's past curfew. And Maya says, we're going to get shakes. And Miss Selm says, bring me back a chocolate one, please. So Miss Selm doesn't care. Now, we're walking to Steak and Shake, and we get to Steak and Shake. It's 11 o'clock, but it's packed. There's a group of people wrapping outside the Steak and Shake. It's a very long line. And a friend of ours, a member of the group, Hunter comes up, trying to impress the ladies, and says, I just got my tax return, shakes are on me. So we're waiting in line and trying to wonder how much Hunter just got back, because shakes are not cheap. And a person comes from the back of the line, up and down, asking people for money. I'll describe this man to you. He had a camouflage jacket on, a different camouflage pair of pants on, boots, and a walking stick that I'm still not convinced wasn't a broken flagpole. And as he walks up and down the line, he's getting money, and he finally gets enough money for what he's wanting. He cuts to the beginning of the line and demands to have a cheeseburger. He says, hey ho, I want some food, I got some money now. And the person behind the counter says, Jerome, not this shit again, and tells him to go to the back of the line. So as he's passing us and he sees us, one of us had given him money, he stops and says, why don't you guys let me check and cut in line? To which Maya responds with crying hysterically. And the man runs away. Maya then looks up to us and says, I've been training for this, I'm good. So we get to the front of the line, we get our food and we get our shakes, and we're walking back to the hotel. We're about 3 blocks in on this 6-block walk, and Maya turns behind us and looks and says, I think there's someone following us. To which the rest of us look back and no one sees anything. We keep walking and we keep talking, and out of nowhere, man with camouflage jackets of multiple varieties and a walking stick that may or may not have been a broken flagpole comes in. And he says, why don't you give me any money back there? To which Maya starts to scream once more. But Camouflage Man does not back down. The rest of us begin to run back to the hotel, shakes in hand. And we get to the hotel, and there's a security guard posted outside because we have a bunch of extra students here at the hotel. We get to the hotel, we're running inside, and Maya runs up to the security guard in a very loud, screechy voice. screaming, "There's a man chasing us, and I don't know who he is, and I forgot my shake." Maya runs inside, and the rest of us get upstairs, and we immediately go to Miss Selm to explain to her the situation of what's going on. And Miss Selm says, "Is everyone okay?" We check in, everyone's okay. Maya is now actually crying hysterically. We come to find out that she was not pretending, she was terrified. And Miss Selm sits down with all 20 of us and tells us that we shouldn't go out past our curfew. And then she also asks, "Where's her shake?" To which none of us had remembered to buy her a shake. And she proceeded to call all of our parents at 11 o'clock and tell them that we got punked by a guy wearing camouflage who stole her shake. And since then, we're not allowed to leave the hotel at all during these competitions. Yeah, no, that's it, guys. Cooper, who's next?
Yeah, Franko, thank you so much, actually.
Franko, you're up.
Yeah. I never fucked Wayne, I never fucked Drake. No, I'm not gonna. I have no set, so I'm just gonna go up here and speak bullshit.
Let's go.
Until it's time for me to leave. I'm really not the person to give the mic to when he doesn't know what to say, because sick things might come out. But I'm just gonna talk about some random things that have been on my mind over break. First off, I wonder what Trump's doing right now. Like, you guys wonder? Because he can't tweet and shit, so I mean, he's probably smoking weed or some shit. Has to be. I wonder what future school shooters are doing right now. It's like people forgot that school shootings and mass shootings were a problem like 2 years ago because of Corona and shit. Like, dude, their season just ended. They're in the off season. They obviously are putting up shots and getting practice in, and they're gonna come back better than ever. You see, in my opinion, I'm more of a fan of like the 90s to 2000s school shootings. I don't really like today's school shootings because the 2000s and 90s, the schools just played better defense. You can hand check. Yeah, man. Let's see, where are you at? I wonder what Michael Vick, I wonder what his Hall of Fame introduction is going to be like. I'd like to thank my wife, my kids, everyone who supported me, and in the arms of an angel. Some random shit. Let's see. We'll be at. I can tell you about the time I tracked down a racist, honestly.
Woo!
Okay, so we were playing this game Friday the 13th, right? And you're basically like 8 survivors trying to either escape from or kill Jason. And me and my friend, we fucking play the game all the time. So we got so good at it that we start games to try to kill Jason instead of him trying to kill us. So we were fucking no lives, right? So we get so good at the game. There's this girl that's Jason. Like it's like game chat, proximity chat. So we're talking shit to him or whatever. So she's just like screaming, "Okay, I'm gonna kill you niggers, I'm gonna kill you niggers." And I'm like, whoa, like, goddamn. It's nothing I'm not used to because it's fucking Xbox, but you know. So eventually we kill her, and she sends me all types of messages, you know, nigger this, nigger that. And, so I'm like, okay, we're gonna do this. So what I do, I take her profile picture, and I take her username and I Google it, and her Instagram comes up. What dumbass makes their Instagram name as their fucking Xbox gamer tag? So her Instagram comes up. Unfortunately, it's private, but she has her name in it. So I took her name and I brought it to Facebook, and I saw her picture, her profile picture, and I saw that was the same picture as her Facebook. So I was like, bingo, we got her. So I saw where she lived. Like she was very fucking terrible. Her page is public. And she had her car up there, and she had where she worked at, And the funny thing is, she was pregnant. And I was like, yeah, no, I can call into your job, and that baby will be born homeless, like, fuck his life up. So instead, I just took a picture. I took of her am I fucking retarded? Oh, I can't say that, actually, okay. Yeah. No, I took a screenshot of her license plate, and I just sent her license plate numbers to her, and she never said a word. So, I mean, that's the time I tracked down a racist.
Woo!
Does anybody get on Twitter a lot?
Yeah.
Yeah? You remember how they were talking about, what was it, like December 21st, 22nd, niggas supposed to get superpowers or something like that? Yeah, they were saying it was like some weird space shit, or the planets aligned or something, this, and that. And like, black people were supposed to get superpowers. We knew it was fake, but I was just waiting for the day just to see, like, if I woke up and I had some weird shit going on. But like, I don't know, people would want some basic ass superpowers, fucking super strength, flight. Nah, nigga, not me. You know what I want to be? I want to be fucking Beast Boy, if anything.
Woo.
I feel like Beast Boy is pretty cool, right? You just get to scare the shit out of people. Like, could you imagine people having a conversation and you turn into a pit bull and you just walk by them? Hey, my nigga, you got the time real quick? I don't know. Just, yeah. Let's see what else we got. How long have I been going?
5 minutes.
5 minutes, seriously?
Yeah, you got like a
God damn.
minute and a half left.
Okay. Okay, so, yeah, I was actually pretty mad this week. I worked really, really hard on this poster for class, and I mean, I had the whole colored marker set, and I made sure the font was big enough so people can read it from afar, and I laminated it, and I colored it, and I did everything, and I was really mad because I invited this Asian girl over to my dorm, and she was squinting at it for some reason, and she...
Wait, what?
Hey yo. Yeah. I'm gonna just leave.
Yo, can you call next, Franko?
Who's next?
How's your night?
Great, woo, good.
I wish I can have a good night. I wish I can have a good night. And then, so I was bored over the break, and then I went on the internet and just read some comments. Like, you know, Instagram comments, Facebook comments, and it's like people are mean, like, on there, you know. It's like, if you see a cute goat, like, post a picture of it, like, some dude is like, comment, like, can I eat your ass? You know, like, can I fuck you? Like, bro, it's like, you're on the internet, it's like Facebook, it's, you know, like, everyone can see it, you know. That's so mean. And then, so, comments on Pornhub are a different story. Like, people are actually nice on Pornhub, you know, like, you see comments like, what, like, she needs a better man. She needs a bigger cock. And then, it's like, you know, people actually, it's like the first time a man cares about what a woman wants. You know, and then, and just, I mean, think of that way, it's like, Pornhub is like a place for minorities too, you know. Like, no one goes up there and look up, you know, white guys fucking. I mean, people like search like, what, like, 14 years of Asian, Japanese anime school girl, and you know, BBC, like, whatever that is, right? And then, oh, what else, man?
A lot of Asian addressing tonight.
Man, too much drugs. Oh yeah, and then, and like, porn, it's like, you know, porn has like changed people too, you know, because I was a homophobic, right? It's not like I hate gay people, I was scared of gay people. So like, the first time I go, you know, when I porn, like, you know, I watch lesbian porn. And it's like, it was like the first time, you know, I know the life of the gay people, you know. And, oh man. Yeah, it's, so yeah, it's like now, you know, I actually care about gay people now, you know. Because, you know, like, I'm very interested in their private life. You know, how they do the moves, you know, without some equipment, right? Like, and right now, like, you know, I'm better now. I'm no more homophobic, you know. still kind of scared of gay people. This is how I'm holding this thing, like, on the mic. Because I don't want to touch this new big black stick thing. It's just too much for me. Alright, thank you, that's all I have.
Woo!
Stage job.
Now you know my hands are clean. Hello, my name is Randall. I want to tell you a story of something I saw. There were two birds, and they walked into a bar, and the third one ducks.
More.
Yeah, I'll tell you more. So, I have this friend, and he texts me over the phone, and he says, "You gotta get on this, it's big." And I do some research, and it turns out it's a Ponzi scheme. Boy, I really ducked out of that one. So, I don't know if you guys know this, but I like to eat at Ford. But I don't really like to eat the breakfast because they make you eat the oatmeal. And I used to like the oatmeal, but I had the oatmeal. I said, man, that's foul. Like a duck. So I saw my uncle this winter break, and he told me the story of how he was at a party. Something happened at the party. Someone got murdered. It was like a game of Clue. And he had to figure out who got murdered, in what room, with what object. And so he does some snooping. And he snoops about, and he realizes that he really just left the scene. And his friend said, "Thanks a lot, detective. That was an excellent deduction."
Come on.
With the jazz band, we're supposed to get done at 7:45. The director was like, "Nah, fuck you, we're gonna stay till 8:10.
8:10?
Why would you? Yeah, you heard that right. All right. Yeah, the other thing about the jazz band is we got these super fancy masks, and I'm wearing one right now. It's basically got a fly in it, so you can thread the mouthpiece of your instrument through it. I'm thinking, well, if you pull a mask below your nose, it's the equivalent of having your dick sticking over your pants.
Woo!
So if I were to thread my nose through this, that would just be like with my zipper down, my dick sticking through my jeans like that. Very classy. Anyways, I'm going to stop improvising now. What else happened this week? A friend of mine invited me to a trivia party. And before I went, I was thinking, I don't know if I can really do this. I'm not that great at trivia. He says, no one's actually good at trivia. They just ask you a bunch of seemingly random questions that bear no significance on the rest of your life. And if you happen to know the answer, good for you. Oh, so it's like a liberal arts class. No, they did have some interesting categories there. Like, it wouldn't be trivia night if they didn't talk about history. And of course, there's all the nerdy white guys who are like, "Oh yeah, I love history." I can tell you the exact date that all these guys said, "I feel like going out and killing some old white dudes."
And all these old white dudes said, you know what? I'm gonna go kill some more old white dudes too. It's like, well, I can one up you, I'll do you one better. I'll tell you when this person conscripted this guy and this and this and this and that. It's like, come on guy, why don't you go conscript some girls, man? No, but trivia parties in a college town, like, of course they have to have a sex-themed category. It's like, yeah, let's talk about some dicks. Like, we can't talk about human dicks though, that's too vanilla. It's like, sure, I'll take animal genitalia for 400, please, Alex. No, for real, but what they were talking about was talking about bees. So, fun fact I learned about bees. Apparently, when they bust a nut, their balls will violently explode. Like it makes an audible popping noise. Like, can bees do anything without killing themselves? Like, no wonder they're dying at an alarming rate. So, that means if you see a little cute bumblebee flying around, you know that one, he's never stung anyone, and two, he's a total fucking virgin. Of course, we do have to talk about humans because why not? So, another fun fact I learned at this trivia party, apparently, if you think about DNA, it's got information in it, and you can measure how much information is there. Each sperm cell is something like 40 megabytes, which means your average load is worth 1,500 terabytes-ish, something like that. The entire time I'm thinking, damn, it's a lot of information to swallow. Yeah, that's it for me. Thank you all for coming out.
Thank you all for coming out. We have mics planned pretty much bi-weekly now, so in another 2 weeks we'll have another one here. I hope you can see all of you guys out here. Thanks all for coming out. Once again, follow us on social media at PurdueSucc.
Yeah, follow us on all of our socials, Purdue, Standup Comedy Club, PSUCC, Instagram, all that jazz. But not Twitter, because fuck Twitter.